Hi, Sabera. This is Mrs. Sheen. I thought it might be helpful if I made a video to help answer your question. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to question 2, which was the type of question that you were asking me about. Um, Now, as you can see that I'm sure you saw that you got it incorrect. Um, Please notice a couple of things about this kind of question, all right? The first thing to notice is the sentence. It says the cause and effect transitions, notice it's S, in this passage are, differ, and something, okay? And you have to type your answer, okay? Which you did. So you understood that you were supposed to type a word. So that's good. Now, um, one of the things that's maybe a little confusing is this word transitions. Okay, when they say transitions, they mean signal words. Okay, these are words that show a relationship. Okay, and we have lots of different ones that show different kinds of relationships. Okay, let me take you for a moment to the PowerPoint for um, this chapter 7. Okay, I'm going to be looking at the PowerPoint for 10 steps, chapter 7, and it's just going to take me a minute to take you there. Okay, so you can see that at on the first page, all right, it says you're going to learn about 3 other relationships. Okay, and it says relationships that involve illustration, comparison, and or contrast or cause and effect. And they call these transitions. Okay, so the transitions are just words that show something. So, for example, if I scroll down now to slide number 9, you see that it says, here are some common words that show illustration. When they say words that show illustration, they mean transitions. Okay, so the words in these green boxes, okay, are also called transitions. Some people call them transition words. Some people call them signal words, but their job in writing is to show the relationship between ideas. Okay, so now if we go back to the quiz and we see that they've asked us to identify the transitions in this passage. So you have to choose the 2 transitions. Now, here's one special problem that we have with question 2. And I am so glad you asked your question because I didn't realize it until you asked me. In question 2, we have a mistake. This should not say cause and effect transitions. This should say contrast. Okay? Because contrast is about showing differences. And this paragraph is all about differences. It's all about contrast. So differ is definitely one of them. And then you had to find the other one. And the other one is however, okay, which is found here in sentence 3. Okay. Now, notice something. This paragraph is about what athletes do, okay, how they cope in a sense after their athletic careers are um, over. So for professional athletes, they usually can only do it when they're young people, right? And then for many reasons they may stop doing that. They don't do it like a career such as teaching where you can teach your whole life until you retire. Usually athletes have to stop because of aging or injury or other problems. So this paragraph is what do they do after that? And you see that in the first sentence it says the way athletes deal with their athletic careers differ greatly. So that means they're telling you they're going to talk about differences, contrast, okay? The first one starts in chapter 2 and it says when they are no longer able to perform on the court or the field, Some athletes turn to drinking, taking drugs, or other destructive behaviors. So that's one option. Okay. But we say their way they do it differs. So there must be a second one. And the second one is signaled here by saying, however, other athletes, option two, plan ahead, taking courses during their peak years and investing their money wisely. For these athletes, life can be very good when the cheering of the fans stops. Okay, so I hope that that helps you understand that you're looking for two transition words, and this one was a mistake. So you can see I went ahead and changed and gave you a point because I didn't think it was fair to mark this wrong since the question was wrong. Now that's different when we look at question 5. Okay, 5 you did get wrong. Okay, 5 is about causes and effects, and it tells you that, okay, the two cause and effect transition. So we know there's two. This first one is causes, and there should be another one somewhere in the paragraph. Causes is found in sentence 2. Okay, but there's another one, and the other one is up here actually in sentence 1, and it's reason. Okay, many people say rapid population growth is the reason why. It's a cause of why 1 billion people go hungry every day. Okay. Now, how could you know that reason was an option? Well, hopefully you studied these words in 10 steps. Okay. And they're found in these green boxes. So, for example, here we see the ones that show illustration. If you scroll down through the PowerPoint presentation, you'll find, for example, the ones that show comparison. Comparison means similarities. Okay, and look, this is a longer list. If you go further, you see on slide 23, wow, bigger lists that show contrast, like that first one we talked about where we had differs and we had however. And as you go through the chapter, there's one more list. This one, it's slide 31, cause and effect words, cause and effects transitions. Okay, so we saw cause and we saw reason, but there's all these options. So basically, those parts of the quiz were testing you to see if you could find these signal or transition words that show you what kind of relationship is in the paragraphs. Okay, I hope that helps, Sabera, and please let me know if you have any more questions. Thank you so much.